that was the 100th episode of Being Freelance recorded. He's such a nice guy as well, Anton Sten. He has a book called Mastering Freelance, which you may have seen me reading on this vlog a few weeks ago. Really, really good. Right, I need a coffee. That was a good way to start the day though. I've said it before, but I always come off those conversations for being freelance like feeling, I don't know, pumped. Like feeling eager to crack on and do stuff. Like have a coffee. That's my tip. So a few people have asked how I avoid glare when working outside. First of all, I don't find it that much of a problem. But if it's a really sunny day, child's umbrella. Also avoids overheating. I was once doing a conference call outside, ant on my hand, and my iPhone overheated and shut down, and I got bumped off the call. And everybody else, of course, was in offices, so they had little sympathy for me. So yeah, child's umbrella. I have a pirate one and a flamingo one. Just sending an email. We worked on a product launch video for a beauty product earlier this year. It's probably snuck away in all of these vlogs somewhere. It seems like ages ago, but it's finally launched. I noticed that it was out there in the wild, so I've just sent the team I was working with like a congratulations on it launching type email. A, because I mean it, and B, to remind them that I worked on it with them and that I would love brackets to work with them again, close brackets. Yeah, it's nice celebrating your clients' wins like that. Because when you think about it, like what I did for them is such a small part of what it must take to launch a beauty product, to design, create, do all the promo and packaging and licensing, and I can't imagine, which is why I don't do it. It's another beautiful day. I'm going to start off working outside before it gets too hot because it's meant to be really nice today. And while I've been out here this morning, I have had 3, and this is in like only an hour, 3 new leads come in. One off the back of the awards I hosted last week, looking for an MC. One looking for script writing and voiceover work. And another looking for a whole production of an explainer video as they redesign their website. Hello, how you doing? Another sunny school drop-off done. And I was meant to today be going to see a fellow freelancer for coffee. Turn the radio off. But she lives the best part of an hour away, which is obviously 2 hours there and back, and I just don't have time. Like, I've got so much work to do, but that 2-hour chunk out of my day seemed a bit crazy, so I was trying to find somewhere we could meet halfway. But anyway, we've decided instead to reschedule for a couple of weeks' time. But I didn't want to cancel because I hate being flaky. Even though I know like in a couple of weeks I'll still be busy. I've said this before, I want to make time for those coffees or lunches or whatever with people doing similar things to me. But I think we're both now pleased that we're not doing it today because we've got stuff to do. So I found the last couple of days I've let my time get hijacked by like responding to things. So I'm going to spend the next 40 minutes until 10 a.m. out here in the sunshine doing emails and all of that kind of stuff, and then at 10 a.m. gonna just knuckle down and do some of the stuff I really need to do, I think. Now this is nice. I'm about to buy some stock audio, and look, Victor has only made one sale. So this is a freelance composer musician who has created a load of stock stuff and has only made one sale. But Victor, I think what you created was excellent. So here comes your second one. I love the thought that, you know, somebody's about to get an email and their day will be a little bit better. Suddenly it's 3 o'clock again. Really starting to fear that I just don't give myself enough time, you know. Not quite sure what to do about it though. It's Friday. I've had yet another lead come in this week. I'm not quite sure. It almost feels like it's a trick. This particular lead has come in from somebody who I did some work for, I don't know, she was probably a recurring client booking me on behalf of the company she was working for at the time. Yeah, I did script writing, graphics for them, and she's now gone freelance, has been listening to the podcast actually. Has a friend who is setting up a company who needs an explainer video and thought of me. So yeah, it just goes to show that even those small jobs that you do early on can come back to you later on. So I really need to finish a script, and I've bought myself a pastry that I'm only allowed to eat once I've finished the script, and I really want to eat it. So I literally have never written a script so fast. Like, I thought I would finish at 11 and it's 10:15. So, yeah, I am a carrot, not a stick person, I think. Well, more specifically, a pastry, not a carrot. So, I was just recording the intro for the podcast and realised that it is 6 months that I have been doing this vlog. Mid-December that I started it. Hey, how you doing? So, here we go. Let's see how this works. I'm going to try and do a weekly vlog. 6 months! And I need to make time to reflect on that. I should probably do a post or a vlog or something about the experience, because one thing I wanted to do was show or see for myself, like, that you can do this kind of thing just using an iPhone. That's all I have, for example. But the other thing is that what else have I learned in those 6 months? You know, like, there's things like, I'll have moments where I'll be like caught on camera going, oh, I'm gonna be healthy, and I put a banana and an apple on my desk. But like this week I have eaten an inordinate amount of ice cream and beer because it's been so hot. I'm so weak. And I remember definitely an episode where I wrote a blog post and I was like, yeah, I need to get back into doing blog posts regularly like I did last year. That was the last one I wrote. That was probably February. So I still need to do that. But then I think about like where I was. Like 6 months ago, I was still working with just 2 animators, whereas now I'm working with 5. I've also added about 10 more voiceovers to my like pool of people I use, a few more writers, 2 more infographic designers, 1 document designer. I took my first steps into using somebody else to sort of manage a bit of a project, and it's something I blatantly need to do again. And actually, across that period, I've learned to spend more time with the family, get smarter with childcare. However, I do feel like I have a mountain of work to do, so I still have a lot of work to get that balance right. You're happy when I'm on my knees. One day is fine and this is black. And I know for a fact that making this vlog has made me more introspective. It's made me sit back and evaluate what I'm doing, not just on a 6-monthly basis like I'm doing right now, but on a daily, weekly basis. Making it, talking to the camera, makes me actually think about stuff, whereas in fact so much of the time I don't really think, I just get on and do. Or it might just be because I'm a bloke. And in editing it, again, I look back at it and see things. Even I can see that, you know, I've started to put on a bit more weight since I've started eating all that ice cream and beer. And actually, I'll tell you one thing, see this? I'm sure that wasn't as pronounced 6 months ago. See this? I mentioned this to my wife because, you know, you get of a certain age and you start to get paranoid and think, what is it growing on my face? And apparently it's called a senile freckle. It's like an old age birthmark type thing. How rude. Senile freckle. Anyway, I'm quite proud of the fact that 6 months of doing this, and I want to say thank you so much for watching it and for your comments. I really appreciate them. And if you've been thinking about doing something like this, then I recommend giving it a go. Maybe make it fortnightly. But anyway, yeah, who knows what the next 6 months will involve.